Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's make some noise. We have an absolutely wonderful event, but kicking us off, we have Mr. Leonard Epps drumming to celebrate and honor our past and present experiences in America. Make some noise for Mr. Leonard Epps, everybody. Leonard Epps, everybody. Make some noise, make some noise. Thank you very much, Mr. Epps. I believe we're going to have some more from Mr. Epps. He's not done yet. Make some noise, everyone. Make some noise. Thank you,
So thank you very much. I just wanted to explain what I was doing, right? And that was thanking the Creator for. I was thanking the Creator for providing this day for all of us. I was also thanking the ancestors who made it possible for us to stand on their shoulders, right? And I was also thanking each and every one of you for your contribution to this celebration and to this development and materialization of today's event, right? Because all of us could have been somewhere else today. In fact, there's about 5 or 6 other activities going on right now, but we all chose to be right here in this place. So that's a special sort of meaning and something that needs to be recognized. Now, the other thing that I was saying is that The drum is a very spiritual instrument. In fact, it's this one instrument or the one sound that every person in this room can relate to. Now, why do I say that? Because every person on the planet, I saw you, that ever was born heard the same beat. And that's, I don't care where you come from, I don't care what part of the world, I don't care what time in history. I'm talking with the beginning of time. That was the first sound that anyone has ever heard. And so that's a very powerful connection, something that brings us all together and unites us. All right? So I'm just going to do one other piece that relates to that heartbeat, and then we'll continue with the lovely activities for today. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Rex. All right, what a wonderful way to start off our celebration. At this time, I would like to introduce the Granby Celebrates Juneteenth Chairman and the interim town manager and first selectman of Granby, Mr. Ken Moenig and Mr. Mark Fiorentino.
Granby and all those around, thank you for coming out on this wonderful rainy day. Supposed to be rainy. We had some adjustments to make this year. We were supposed to be in the park, but we're out here and we're making the best of it. So thank you all for coming. It's been many, many months in the making. Later on in the day, we're going to thank all of our committee members for being here to make this day successful and to be here. Thank you all for being here to be a part of it and celebrating Granby celebrates Juneteenth. So I want to introduce you to you, our first selectman and town manager at the time, and all that bag of chips, Mark Fiorentino.
A bag of chips, that's one of the nicest things I've ever heard. All right, I usually don't, for those of you who've heard me speak before, I usually don't prepare comments. I usually just start talking. But today, I did a little bit different, so you're going to get a little bit of mix. As the first selectman, one of the more joyous things that I get to do, one of the privileges I get, is to get invited to speak at events like this. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity. And as I was thinking about what I would say, I came across a quote from John F. Kennedy that I want to start with. Now, President Kennedy said this in June of 1963, 60 years ago, almost to the date. He was speaking at an American University commencement ceremony. And this is what he said. He said, if we cannot end our differences, see, I screwed it up already. Let's start again. If we cannot end now, that's how the Kennedys spoke, cannot end now our differences, at least we can help make the world safe for diversity. For, in the final analysis, our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this small planet. We all breathe the same air, we all cherish our children's future, and we are all mortal. And so I thought that was a good starting point because those words resonated with me, and they resonate with the message that I have tried to deliver as long as I've been the first selectman and whenever I get a chance to speak. For those of you who were at our Memorial Day services a few weeks ago, I talked about this a little bit, and I asked people to honor our veterans and the sacrifices they made by doing something that should be very simple but seems tougher and tougher in our world, which is just to treat each other every day with kindness and respect. And I couldn't think of a better way to honor their sacrifices than to do that for them. And so I thought JFK's words kind of supported that. And I'm grateful to be here today because I think one of the best ways to help us do that, to learn or to remember, I guess we shouldn't have to learn, to remember to be kind and respectful to each other, is just to spend time together as human beings, to learn from each other, to enjoy each other's company. And so I am very grateful and I'm very honored on behalf of the town to be here. Thank you, Ken, and everybody at the Granby Racial Reconciliation Group for your courage and your commitment to making events like this happen, to our speakers and our artists and our performers and our vendors, to the sponsors and to all of you for being here. By being here, I think, is one way we can, and frankly, we must, make our community a better, safer, more peaceful place. So I'm going to end with another quote, which I again normally don't do. This quote is from Audre Lorde. Everybody knows who Audre Lorde is? She was a civil rights advocate and a professor and a writer, and of course she was a woman of color. And this is what Audre said, which is, it is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. Can't end in a better place than there, except thank you again for giving us that opportunity to do exactly that. Thank you.
Mark. So I sort of introduced myself. My name is Ken Boning. I'm part of the Granby Celebrates Juneteenth event. This is being hosted by the Granby Racial Reconciliation Group. We started back in 2020, shortly after the murder of George Floyd, to have some courageous conversations on race and equity, and we just went through the summer and throughout the year of having these great, hard conversations. And over a period of 2 years, after having so many hard conversations, we said we need to have a space where we actually celebrate some of the learning and some of the work we've done together. And so last year, this time, we had Granby Celebrates Juneteenth for the first time. It had just recently become a national holiday, so we're celebrating. And we were back here again this year. Looking forward to continue the conversation and continue the work. So here today is a day of celebration. You notice we have a lot of seats out there, but there's a lot of space out here for you to dance and to celebrate. And so we're looking forward throughout the day. You just come on up. If you feel moved, we're going to have the cameraman move his way around and do whatever it takes. But come out and enjoy your day. This is going to be more of a day. I want to give special thanks to the Ryder Productions Company for making this all very possible. Sally Ryder, John Ryder, phenomenal people right here. These are literally worldwide production company that are based here in Granby, Connecticut. So that's our people, and they made it successful and possible today. So they did a quick adjustment instead of being out the park, brought us in here together. We're here nice and cozy and all that, but let's enjoy it today together. So looking forward to it. Back to the DJ. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. We are going to get ready to have our very first musical performance for the day. Wow. No. I said we're going to have our very first musical performance of the day. That's what I like to hear. All right, at this time, I would like to introduce our very own, Granby's very own, Sassy Brass. Sassy Brass is a Granby-based jazz combo led by Rosemary Roy on trombone and Don Zwiskowski on trumpet. We will also feature Lyndon Ransom on vocals, Mary DiPaolo on piano, Jeremy Galloway on guitar, Anthony. All right, Anthony on guitar. We are also going to have Mark Dwanczyk on bass, Alvin Carter on drums, Caden Bacon on percussion, Pete Green vocal and saxophone, and they'll be giving an homage to Juneteenth, performing blues and jazz standards with an R&B twist. Once again, the floor is open for you guys to come on out and dance. So ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for the wonderful, incomparable Sassy Brass.
straight first. My name is Linda Ransom. How do you remember that? When you kidnap somebody, what do you ask for? A ransom, right? That's my lesson. And when you stalk somebody, you just shoot them on sight. What a wonderful celebration. We're so happy to be here. We hope that you'll enjoy our music. There was a lady that we lost this year. It was this year, right? Yeah. And she was somewhat of an idol for me. We're going to do our first song to be a tribute to Miss Tina Turner.
all, everyone here at GRR and everyone who came out to attend this event. It's so great, despite the quick location change, it looks amazing. Like, it's been planned to be here for months now. And so, at the Granby Scout Pride, we'll feature a few speakers. There's going to be a speech from Jason Hayes. He is the founder of the national makeup Pride brand called Prideful.me. He also led the Disarm Hate rally back in, I want to say 2017, after the Pulse nightclub shootings. That was in Washington, D.C., and it had over 5,000 attendees. So we hope to see you all there. Once again, that's Sunday, June 25th at Sandbrook Park from 12 to 3. We're really excited. We're going to have some great speakers, some great vendors, and it's just a great way to show Granby what pride means to you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, James, and please remember to visit the Pride celebration coming up on June 25th. Before I do introduce our vendors, I do want to remind everyone to please use your mobile devices and go to GranbyRR.com. GranbyRR.com. That way you can subscribe to our mailing list and click the Juneteenth survey button to let us know what you think about today. We know that it's not over at Sandbrook, but we are still having a wonderful, beautiful time here at Granby Memorial Middle School, and we want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to announce how they feel about how today went. With each entry for the survey, you will be entered into a raffle, and we will draw those prizes a little bit later on today. But everyone, please do make sure you go to GranbyRR.com so that you can fill out that survey, all right? As we prepare for our next musical performance, I'm going to go around the room and I want to introduce all of our wonderful, wonderful vendors here today that everyone has the chance to meet, all right? So coming up first, I'm just going to go right around. We are going to have the Granby Education Foundation, all right? Right here we have the Granby Education Foundation. There we go. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. First, I want to thank Linda Ransom for what a spectacular set with Santa Crab. And she also, at least for me, gave me the thing that I didn't know today, and that was the line from the Flintstone song. So thank you. That was fabulous. Granby Education Foundation has been around for over 20 years. We are a proud supporter of Celebrate Juneteenth, and we hope that you enjoy the arts program today. We are really proud that we get to be a part of this, and we are so happy to see Granby turn out. Thank you.
Once again, that is the Granby Education Foundation. Coming up next, we have the Granby Democratic Town Committee. Granby Democratic Town Committee.
We also in the chair of the Democrats here in Granby, and hope you all come by our booth because we got some really cool stuff. Free for any of the kids. We got diversity activity books and diversity crayons. We've got free little bracelets, stickers, buttons, you name it. We want to just spread the love because that's what we're all about today. And also, we got Granby Care signs. So if you are looking for a sign, we got them here. Happy to fill your sign needs. Also, them too. But thank you.
Thank you very much. Granby Democratic Town Committee. Up next, right here, we have the Granby Conservation Commission. Granby Conservation Commission.
Thanks very much. We are thrilled to be here, and we're featuring a couple things that we do on the Granby Conservation Commission. We work a lot on invasive plants, so we have a little contest here. Name the plants. These are some invasive plants that you don't want in your yard, don't want anywhere. They've come from abroad, they've taken over. And here are some native alternative plants. We're happy to talk about all that stuff. We also have signs you may have seen around town. Produce them, they're $5, so whenever you can. If you want to have a garden that supports pollinators, isn't just a lawn all by itself, come on over and get a sign. So happy to see you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, the Granby Conservation Commission. next, we have the Back in Touch Wellness Center. Back in Touch Wellness Center.
Hi, I'm Kelly Brown, and I am a massage therapist at Back in Touch. This is Katie. We're right here in Granby, and we're doing some free chair massage today. Donations are always welcome, and I also have a few crochet items that my daughter has made. We're excited to be here. This has been amazing so far, and we're going to say hi.
Thank you very much, Back in Touch. Once again, she did say massage, so if anyone's feeling a little tight, you want to get a little loose, get in the massage chair. Thank you very much. Up next, we have the Granby Congregational Church. Granby Congregational Church.
We are a new church and two very old churches. Many of you know South Church, First Congregational Church. They're merged into the Granby Congregational Church, brand new church. We've got the stuff over here about it. We are a very open and welcoming church, and we like to work with all sorts of folks, so please come on by. And if you need a birdhouse, we've got a pile of gourds here and coloring things for them, so please come get a gourd. A different size holes attract different size birds, so come on in.
Thank you very much. Everyone, please get birdhouse. Up next, we have the Stidham's Bakery. Stidham's Bakery.
I'm going to have my first. Hi everybody. We are from East Granby, and we are Cottage Bakery from out of our home, and we are selling cupcakes, pecan pies, chocolate chip, and pistachio cookies, and and more cupcakes. So we are very friendly, so come over and say hi, and everything is really good. Thank you so much.
Once again, it is Stidham's Bakery. Stidham's. And I actually do have a very special announcement for this very next bakery. I want to introduce everybody to Zolala's Bakery, and everyone, today is her very first day in business. Very first day. Let's make some noise for Zolala's Bakery.
Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here. I started this business after quitting my job or getting laid off from my corporate job, and this was, I guess, meant to happen. So I have here macaroons, cupcakes, chocolate, and I have some red velvet here too. So I now have Venmo. I didn't have that earlier. My husband just confirmed it does work. So stop by, say hello, and happy to be here.
Once again, Zolala's Bakery, very first day in business, so let's make sure we support her. I just realized that we are actually in the food corner right here, so we have two bakeries, and then we also have outside, we have Be Delicious ice cream, so make sure you get some nice sweet frozen treats, and we also have Mama Nina's food truck providing us with some wonderful food for the day. All right, so make sure you visit all of our absolutely wonderful food vendors. Thank you guys so much for being here. Up next, we have, I am so sorry, I was not prepared. Up next, we have Century Girl. I want to introduce everybody to Century Girl. Make some noise.
And at the end of their life, they decompose because they're cotton and they don't add to your carbon footprint. So come by and check out some of my goods.
Thank you very much, everyone. Century Girl, Century Girl. Up next, we have a wonderful organization that's actually located out in the hallway, but he's in here right now to speak to you all. I want to introduce everybody to Southeastern University at Crossroads.
Hello everybody, I would like to stand in the front so everybody can see me. Are you all doing? I am super excited to be here. Big shout out for the Mooney's family and their colleagues who organized this amazing event. I am super excited already. My name is Ermi and I represent Southeastern University. We heard lots of, from lots of vendors. Ours is a little bit different. So our mission, Southeastern University, first of all, is located, main campus is in Florida. But you don't have to go to Florida, right? You're not retired yet, so Florida is for those who are retired, right? But you can study from Connecticut because we have an extension site in East Hartford, and I'm the site director and professors there. Our mission is to help our students discover and develop their divine design. Because you're not an accident, you're not an incident, you're not here by chance. God has a purpose for your life. If you would like to discover that and develop it and use it for the benefit of others, we will help you with that. We have ministerial and professional programs from associate to all the way to PhD. And I encourage you to take advantage of the discounted price that we offer. We also have an internship scholarship. So if you'd like to check us out, our table is by the front door. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Once again, that is Southeastern University at Crossroads. They are going to be outside by the entrance door. Now I'm going to come right back over here in the middle, and I want to introduce everybody to a very special friend of mine. I want to introduce everybody to Mr. David Jackson. I don't know if you've noticed, but Mr. Jackson has been painting all day so far. He's not done yet, but he's still working on it. But I'm going to allow him to introduce and let him know what we are doing today.
Thank you so much, Ken. So, again, my name is David Jackson. It's an honor to be here. I was here last year, and I really fed off all the energy that was around outside. We got a party crowd here, so I know that y'all don't stop, partying and dancing, even throughout the rain, right? So I kind of wanted to capture that same joy that you all brought last year. And then for this year, I have a landscape that's going. It's a little bit abstract, right? And so this is just the background currently going on. It's a eclipse coming together, right? And in the center of the eclipse, it's going to be kind of like a cosmic eruption. And so that cosmic eruption is full of love. And so that's what's going to be transmitted throughout the rest of the land here. And then I'll be putting in close-ups of tobacco flowers. They're like white flowers. And then also like deep purple violets that are in here. The violet is, the African violet is a common house plant, right? And so what I wanted to capture was that love and that frequency to kind of reflect in the forefront and then transmit throughout the rest of the picture, right? I feel that if we make love a little bit more common and we embrace each other for our differences, then we can kind of come together and grow just like the flowers that I'll have depicted in here. And then lastly, the aspect that I'll get to is some praying hands, right? So there'll be two sets that'll be here and kind of going towards the eclipse. So that we can come together in faith and show that resiliency and also that peace, right? So I have an auction that's going on right now. There's the auction bid is a silent bid, right? And so a few folks already placed their names down. It'll actually be going on from June 30th. So if you don't have the money right now, or you want to think about it, ponder on it, want any updates, feel free to reach out to me. I have my cards here as well, and then I'll be more than happy to either meet and drop it off to you, or even mail it out to you once it's finished. I like to add the extra details, so if you can bear with me for those, that'll be perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson. Once again, there is a silent auction going on all day for that wonderful, beautiful piece. All right. Up next, we have the YMCA. Once again, we have the YMCA. 1-month membership offered by the YMCA. Thank you very much. Up next, we have the Key Bookstore with shopblackct.com. The Key Bookstore.
What's up, guys? My name is Kimani. I'm the owner of the Key Bookstore. We've been around for 6 years. We are a global brand. We've been featured by Oprah's Magazine, BuzzFeed, Afrotech, and what we're doing is bridging books and technology together. So you'll see figures that represent history and spirituality on the table, and we have the same selection as Amazon and Barnes & Noble, so you can replace all of that with us, with the black option. So yeah, please feel free to stop by if you are a book lover.
Once again, that is the Key Bookstore. Up next, I would like to introduce Love Will Turn You Around.
Hi everybody, thanks for having us. We are here with our love. I am Mary Munson, I am a Granby resident, I am a teacher, and I am the new author of a book called Love Will Turn You Around. And thank you! It teaches shapes, colors, there's social emotional learning, and what else? Finding joy. And the plushies just came in and they're double-sided, and so there's here for sale first before anybody else. So, thank you.
Brand new book just available just now. Thank you very much for Love Will Turn You Around. Up next in the corner here, we have, oh wow, this is actually my table, everybody. Hi, this is Two Guys Comics and Collectibles. We are a comic book store located in Canton, Connecticut, offering a bunch of comics, Funko Pops, figures, all of your comic needs, wants, and any other thing you could want, all right? It's Two Guys Comics and Collectibles located in Canton, Connecticut, located right on Route 44, all right? Out in the hallway, we have, the Granby Historical Society. Granby Historical Society. Out in the hallway. She's coming, there she is. Granby Historical Society, everyone.
Take a look at our signs. They're interactive, so if you have phone reception, some people don't. You can hold your phone up, click on the QR code, and go to the website and learn all kinds of interesting things. The newest sign is about people who came before Western Europeans. And it turns out that there were lots of people here going as far back as 425 AD, which would have been the fall of the Roman Empire. So at the fall of the Roman Empire in Europe, there were people here sophisticated enough to not just be making spears to kill things, but actually making ceremonial things. So come check it out.
Thank you very much to the Granby Historical Society out there located in the hallway. Up next, right here at the table, we have Shop Black CT. ShopBlackCT.com.
Hey everybody. Well, my name is Sarah. I don't know where to stand. I want to see everybody. But my name is Sarah Thompson. I helped launch a website called Shop Black CT back in July of 2020. The goal was to provide a way for people to find Black-owned businesses very easily, but the whole platform is free. It's free to list, it's free to browse. We write blog features, do a bunch of things to try to help promote and amplify Black-owned businesses. The site started with 175 businesses listed, and now there are more than 2,000. There are in almost every town you could think of, in every category you could think of. So I'm here to say, support all these Black-owned businesses in the room, and go to shopblackct.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And right over here, we have the table for the Granby Racial Reconciliation. I said we have the table for the Granby Racial Reconciliation, everybody. If anybody wants any more ideas, any more material for today's event, this is going to be right here. Thank you.
Hi
everybody, I'm Monica Logan. I am currently the Executive Director of Granby Racial Reconciliation. We are so very grateful that you are here, so thank you very much for coming. The weather is being frustratingly cooperative right now, so it's not exactly what we want. So everybody pray for a huge downpour later so we feel good about this. So Ken really put a lot of work into this. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. I wanted to say that we do have t-shirts available for a donation of $20 or more. And we have pamphlets full of our upcoming events. We would really love for you to join and participate in our conversations, be a part of the group. We're a very welcome and opening group, and we are very, very grateful you're here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before our last one, is there any table that I missed? Just making sure. I believe we hit every single one. All right. Let's make some noise for all the vendors here, everybody. Make some noise. All right, and we have our final vendor, as well as a wonderful performance coming up by the Greater Joy Mission. We got the Double Dutch team here. Make some noise.
When I say CT, you say double dutch. CT. CT. When I say CT, you say double dutch. CT. CT. When I say CT, you say double dutch. CT. 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 Thank you guys. You guys are great. First and foremost, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Lady Carey, and this is Coach Hogan. Coach Hogan came out of retirement to help me with my organization. It's called Jada Foundation, with CT Double Dutch. And the organization is called Jada Foundation, which stands for Juvenile and Adult Diabetes Health Awareness. So basically what Jada Foundation does, we educate and spread the awareness about diabetes. And then of course, you know that we have to exercise. I was just telling my best friend, I said, I gotta get back into doing a little bit more. Even though I got a bum knee, but I can still, move and stuff. I gotta get back into it. But I do jump rope occasionally, but I more teach it. And yeah, I more teach it. But yeah, so Mr. Hogan, he came out of retirement to help me with the kids in the program for CT Double Dutch. Mr. Hogan have coached over 20 plus teams back in the day. How many of y'all knew about Double Dutch back in the day when they used to have the competitions down there, right? At the Civic Center. And then for some of us, we used to do it in school. We used to do it in our neighborhoods. Because back then, kids really got out and played. And guess what? Our families, our parents didn't let us stay in the house, right? That's the thing. Our parents be like, well, look, now, you go outside and you had to find something to do. So even if you didn't have someone to turn with you, what we used to do? Yes. We used to tie it to a fence, tie it to whatever we could to play Double Dutch. So I do have an active program. I teach adult and children how to jump Double Dutch. Also, I'm going to be starting an aerobics class. Double Dutch aerobics. So it's going to be for adults to keep us in shape. So on today we're going to be doing a little bit of Double Dutch. I found 2 young people that's going to do demos. I just met these 2 kids today, and they said that they would volunteer. And I also going to have one of my teammates back in the day when we used to do competitive Double Dutch. And we was on the same team, and that's my best friend Loretta. So she's gonna come up here and she's gonna jump as well. So after we do like our little demo, we're gonna do like a little competition, a little tournament, right? And I do have prizes for adults and for kids. So what we're gonna be doing, for 30 seconds, we're gonna see how many skips that you can get. That's with the single rope. But that's for adults and children. And then the second little competition is how many hops you can do in a Double Dutch rope, okay? So there is gonna be first, second, and third place prizes. So once we do our little demo here and you kind of like see what we're gonna be doing, you guys can meet me in the gymnasium and sign up to be a part of this little competition. Then we're gonna come back in here, and then we're gonna announce the winners, okay? All right, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna need you guys to come over here. Loretta, are you ready? Okay. All right, so this was
So
one
hold
of
on,
my...
you mean these kids never jumped before?
These kids, no, I just met them.
Okay. So that means you can teach any kid how to jump.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see. Listen, y'all, they say, we jump, we jump. A lot of people tell me, we jump, but then when they get in the rope, they don't know what they be doing. So we don't see, okay? They say, we jump, we jump. All right, so we're gonna let Loretta go first, okay? This was my champion jumper when we used to jump in the 70s. Oh, well, okay. She said, and if I have any more experienced jumpers, you will get a chance to have an opportunity to if you want to, okay? Okay, turn around, look at me. So you're gonna do what I asked you to do. You're gonna hop like a bunny, okay? 5, 6, 7, hop, 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 hop. Good job. Good job. See? He was talking about the skip rope. Yeah. Okay, come on, baby. You ready? 5, 6, 7, hop, 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 hop. Good job.
Once again, that is Creative Joint Mission offering double Dutch over in the gymnasium. Everyone awake now? All right. Coming up next, we have our very next musical performance. I would like to introduce the Greater Hartford Academy of the Arts Jazz Ensemble, the jazz choir and the jazz band. They will be playing music from standard jazz repertoire. They will play tunes like Autumn Leaves, Blue Bossa, and Night Dreamer, as well as songs from the Great American Songbook. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the Greater Hartford Academy of the Arts Jazz Ensemble.
We're going to start off with an old favorite, the American Bandstand Boogie.
I've been running this choir, and for 30 years I've been wanting to get up here. And yesterday, our two tenor backed out. So, I called Andrea, who graduated last year, and she remembers basically 3 of the 4, because we did them during her, and well, so I'm doing the other one. This is called When I Take My Sugar to Tea by Boswell Sisters.
I'm just a little Jackie Horner since I met my sugar cane. The gang of mine has been revealing that they're feeling so take my sugar to tea. All the boys are jealous of me, so I never take her where the gang goes when I take my sugar to tea. I'm a rowdy daddy, that's me. She's a higher baby, that's she. So I never take her where the gang goes when I take my sugar to tea. When I take my sugar to tea, all the boys are jealous of me, cause I never take her where the gang goes when I take my sugar to tea. Every Sunday afternoon, we forget about our cares, rubbing elbows after it's with those millionaires. When I take my sugar to tea, I'm as ritzy as can be. I'll never take her where the gang goes when I take my sugar to tea.
The name of this group is the Real Ambassadors, the jazz choir. They were named by Dave Brubeck, who wrote The Real Ambassadors, a musical for Louis Armstrong. So when he heard them, he said, well, you better name The Real Ambassadors. This is a social justice show, and this is the main song. Real Ambassadors smile a lot.
Who's the real ambassadors? It is evident we represent American society, noted for its etiquette, its manners, and sobriety. We have followed protocol with absolute propriety. We're Yankees to the core. We're the real ambassadors, though we may appear as bores. We are diplomats in our proper hats. Our attire becomes habitual, along with all the ritual. The diplomatic corps has been analyzed and criticized by NBC and CBS. Senators and congressmen are so concerned they can't recess. State Department stands in awe. Your coup d'etat has met success and causes great uproar. We're the real ambassadors, yeah, the real ambassadors. Who's the real ambassadors? It is evident we represent American society, noted for its etiquette, its manners, and sobriety. We have followed protocol with absolute propriety. We're Yankees to the core. We're the real ambassadors, though we may appear as bores. We are diplomats in our proper hats. Our time becomes habitual, along with all the ritual. The diplomatic corps has been analyzed and criticized by NBC and CBS. Senators and congressmen are so concerned they can't recess. State Department stands in awe. Your coup d'etat has met success and causes great uproar. We're the real ambassadors, yeah, the real ambassadors. Ambassador. It is evident that I was sent by government to take your place. All I do is sing the blues and meet the people face to face. I'll explain and make it plain. I represent the human race and don't pretend no more. I'm the real ambassador. Certain facts you can't ignore. In my humble way, I'm the USA. Though I represent the government don't represent some policies I'm for. Though we learn to be concerned about the constitutionality, in our nation segregation isn't a legality. Soon our only differences will be in personality. That's what I stand for. I'm the real ambassador, yeah, the real ambassadors. In our humble way, we're the USA. Though we represent the government don't represent some policies we're for. Though we learn to be concerned about the constitutionality, in our nation segregation isn't a legality. Soon our only differences will be in personality. That's what we stand for. We're the real ambassadors, the real ambassadors. We dished it out to you folks for a spell. Now just to prove that we can take it as well. I'll let you give it to me, I'll leave it to you. What I do, hit the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause.
Also, the keyboard player from the ensemble couldn't make it, so.
Thank you very much to the Greater Hartford Academy of the Arts Choir. And now we're going to have the Greater Hartford Academy of the Arts Jazz Band. The Jazz Band is coming on now. Let's give one more round of applause for the Greater Harvard Academy of the Arts Jazz Band. Jazz Band. Wonderful job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, as we transition into our next musical performance, I did want to remind everyone to please remember to complete the Juneteenth survey on the GranbyRR.com website. Once again, please go to GranbyRR.com and please fill out the survey. Every entry to the survey gets entered into the raffle. We will be doing a drawing a little bit later on today, but everyone please remember to go to GranbyRR.com and enter in that raffle. Coming up next, we do have a few remarks from Kim Becker from the Granby Education Foundation, Monica Logan from the Granby Racial Reconciliation as the president, with the Creative Expression winners, Megan Cernak and Aubriella Sanza, as well as Liddy Doyle from the Granby Racial Reconciliation Opportunity Fund. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Kim Becker and I'm from the Granby Education Foundation. We are a very proud sponsor of today's arts program. And could we just give it up one more time for these amazing artists? I'm telling you, I think that is some of the best money the Granby Education Foundation has ever spent. This is an amazing program. And I am so pleased that we are a part of it, and I am so pleased that y'all are here to enjoy it. One thing about celebrating Juneteenth and Granby Education Foundation is that we have a common goal of education and fun. Education comes in all forms and in all different ways and in all different places. And we are so proud that we get to stand here with GRR and to celebrate this fantastic day with all of you. So, as we're bringing our community together, what I hope is that you will stop by our lovely table. We have a raffle and we have bookmarks and prizes and all kinds of fun things. And I hope that we will continue to see you not only at Juneteenth, but at all of our community events, including Granby Pride. Thank you so much.
Hello again, this is Monica Logan again. I'm the Executive Director of GRR. This is my second time speaking, and yet I will be speaking again later, so I'm very sorry you're going to get tired of hearing my voice. I wanted to take this opportunity, one of the things we tried this year was a contest called Creative Expressions, where we welcomed students to submit any variety of art that they would like in order to show what Juneteenth means to them. From that, if you go to our website, GranbyRR.com or GranbyRacialReconciliation.com, and you click on the Creative Expressions button, you will be able to see the art submitted. So I wanted to take this opportunity to award, we have special gifts to the students who submitted art. We're very proud of them. The initial winner I have here for Creative Expressions is Megan Cernak. There we go, Megan! Congratulations, thank you so much. I'm sorry. Welcome, thank you so much for submitting the picture, we love it. We're very proud of you, thank you. I also heard you were double dutching, so I hope that was fun. I'm really glad you enjoyed that. And our second Creative Expression winner is Ella Sanzo. So come on up, Ella. There you go, thank you so much. We're really proud of you, thank you. I gave it a shot. All right, thank you everybody. Who's next? Liddy Doyle is up next. Oh, real quick, I'm gonna make a, no, Liddy, come up. I just wanted to make a push real quick. We have a board over there, a GRR vision board. We would love your recommendations of things you would like to see GRR do, or things you would like to see in our community that we can help do ourselves. So please, there's post-it notes. Write a note, slap it up there. We would love to hear from you. We also have a survey on our website we'd love for you to fill out as well. I'm going to stop now, but I will be back later. Here is Liddy.
Thank you. All right, I'm here today to introduce Granby's GRR's Opportunity Fund to everyone. And the Opportunity Fund reflects our commitment to understanding the historical impact of racism on everyone today. We would like to foster relationship building, we would like to heal divides, and we would like to take action in our community. To that end, GRR is extending its work to include financial action to widen the understanding of what it means to be community. Please see our board over here, the red one, to read about 4 of the main areas for our financial action. And there's a QR code on there, so you can go right ahead and do your donation today if you feel so moved. All right? And then again, as Monica just said, the board beside that has the sticky note opportunity for you to tell us more for our vision. Thank you so much. In addition to all of that, if you would like to buy one of these fabulous 2023 t-shirts for a donation of a minimum of $20, you may have them, and we have them in a variety of sizes. Thank you.
Thank you very much once again to Kim, Monica, and Liddy. Coming up next, we have a few speakers. I wanted to introduce Ms. Ellen Thompson and Mr. Bill Bentley, who will be speaking on cross-racial relationships. Ms. Ellen Thompson.
Good afternoon. I was asked to speak on my efforts to form cross-racial relationships. First off, I want to say I don't think I've done enough, but I'm happy to tell you what I have done and why. I grew up in an almost entirely white suburb. I went to college in Hartford and lived there for 3 years, worked there. I then moved to New Haven, where I lived and worked for 15 years. My husband and I moved to Granby 30 years ago because he was working in northern Massachusetts and I was working in southern Connecticut. I love living in Granby. It's a wonderful, wonderful town. But I do miss the richness of living with a more diverse community. And I wish that everyone had the opportunity to live here and be welcome. Like many other white people, I thought I wasn't racist, and that I was fairly well educated about issues of race in this country. Boy, was I ever wrong. Like many other, I'll give you a couple of examples. I remember being in a political strategy discussion with both black and white folks. I suggested maybe we should wait a little bit for a better time to do something, and was admonished immediately by a black member of the group that my position was based on my white privilege. My first reaction was to get really defensive. But then I thought about it, I took a couple breaths, and realized he was right. On the issues of race, white people often think it might be better later. People of color realize the urgency of doing things now. Another time, a black Granby resident explained that he doesn't jog outside, but only on a treadmill. I was utterly shocked that someone in Granby would feel that kind of fear for their own safety. I've always assumed Granby was a safe place for everyone. My daughter pointed out that this also was a position because of my old white lady perspective. And she's right. That's why it's so important to be in relationship with people from other races and ethnicities. Without effort, I wouldn't have much interaction with people of color. Granby, as we know, is overwhelmingly white. I belong to a synagogue in Newington that is overwhelmingly white. Clearly, it takes an effort to simply interact with people who don't look like me. This is true for a lot of us because we live in such a segregated society. Like many people, following the murder of George Floyd, I made a more diligent effort to understand my own racism, systemic racism and to understand more fully what life is like to be Black in the United States, and to have more interaction with people who don't look like me. That's one of the reasons I became involved with GRR. It's an opportunity to be in conversation and work with people across racial lines and educate myself more. I try to attend as many events and educational opportunities as I can. It's also why I was very excited to join an interracial civil rights tour last fall, sponsored by CCIU, the Connecticut Council on Interreligious Understanding. It included 4 of us from GRR, and we were on a bus for 4 days with people of different races and religions, visiting and learning about some of the most important struggles of the civil rights movement in Georgia and Alabama, as well as visiting some of the most infamous sites of violence and struggle. I'm only sorry we didn't have more time to process what we saw. This desire to break out of my white bubble is why I worked to get my temple to join GIA, which is the Greater Hartford Interfaith Action Alliance. It's an organization of 50 houses of worship who work together to fight for social justice issues. It brings together suburban and urban congregants. I try to be active because I believe strongly in its mission, but also because it's a way of working together with lots of people who are very, very different. This diversity gives us additional strength in the campaigns we fight. Political leaders see that the issues aren't only important to one small specific group. It's our diversity of race, religion, and economic circumstance, of living in the suburbs and the city that help our strength. I hope some of the religious organizations in Granby choose to join GIA because it's a wonderful organization. I do make an effort to be with people who are different from me, but on a personal level, I could be doing much more. So, if you're not white and you want to grab a coffee or a beer sometime, let me know. Thank you.
Well, here we go, another white guy standing up and talking about stuff. Ken and Rose asked me to ask how I became involved with cross-racial relationships. My story and life experiences with people who are different than me is the story that I'm going to tell you. In 6th grade, my family moved to Berkeley, California, and I graduated from Berkeley High in 1955. How old am I? A third of my high school class were minorities. 20% were Black, and the rest were a mix of Hispanic and Asian families. The white majority included the offspring of recent immigrants from distant places like Italy, Russia, and Poland, and refugees from the Dust Bowl. Berkeley High was a good public school, had excellent arts and vocational programs, along with science, literature, and languages, and it had really great sports teams. However, it was not perfect. Racism and social castes existed, but perhaps were less overt than other places. This large, diverse public school produced 1,000 kids a year who knew, learned, and played with folks who did not look like them and who came from significantly different cultures. I was lucky to be one of that cohort. During America's civil rights movement in the 1960s and 70s, I recruited students for universities. At the University of Michigan, for example, I taught forestry classes at the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama, where students could transfer to Ann Arbor after 2 years. I helped the School of Natural Resources grow from 7 minority students to 77 in 1 year by recruiting from the South, where Black college graduates were looking for ways to enhance their professional credentials with master's degrees. Eddie, a Black doctoral student, was recruited through Michigan's program with the U.S. Forest Service. He demonstrated the key advantage of diversity, seeing a problem from different perspectives. The Huron-Manistee National Forest reached out to stakeholders with questionnaires and verbal processes. Idlewild, a black community in the forest that dated back to the Underground Railroad, had a low literacy rate and poor participation in the planning process. Eddie developed sketches and photos of various forest management alternatives. Don't guess it already, I'm a forester by background. He quickly established that the preferences established using these visuals were highly consistent and reliable. Idlewild residents participated effectively in the forest planning process using his tools. The surprise was that middle-class white folks liked the visual tools too. Eddie understood that most people's visual acuity is way better than their verbal skills. Later, I moved to the private sector and worked for a large corporation. I worked for America's largest foundation and later for an international nonprofit, and finally started my own small consulting firm. In each case, I worked with people of color and social classes quite different than me. My appreciation regarding how diversity improves the results of planning and decisions increased. I'm retired now, but still looking for useful things to do. George Floyd's murder was a wake-up call for me and many others, as we already have heard this afternoon. I joined Ken and Rose Moyning's GRR dialogues, which highlighted important work that I can do. Granby, an almost all-white community, has been said before, will benefit by closer relationships with minorities, but especially the black communities of Greater Hartford. The benefits are moral and practical. The citizens of Granby will grow from experiences with people different than them. My experiences with diversity helped me explain the purposes of Granby racial reconciliation to others in my town. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ellen and Bill. Thank you very much. As our team is still getting ready, we're gonna just hang out. Make sure you visit the food, and everybody please do remember to go to GranbyRR.com, fill out the Juneteenth survey, and every entry into the survey gets entered into the raffle. Later on today, we will be drawing from that raffle for some wonderful prizes for some local businesses, all right? Once again, the vendors are open, as well as the food truck out there as well. And we're good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the Liberty Christian Center Praise Team. They will be singing songs of praise and worship, recognized for their range of styles. This small yet mighty group will offer uplifting and heartfelt music. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Liberty Christian Center Praise Team.
street, and we have come here to celebrate. This is a celebration, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I took the time to re-educate myself around this history of Juneteenth. And every time I look back on history, I wonder, how did our people get through it? How did we as a nation get through it? I only come up with one answer. What's that answer? Only through the grace and mercy of God, right? Only through the grace and mercy of God. And God wants us to be one community. One community.
the grace and the mercy of who He is. And I imagine that as the country, as the ancestors, as everybody, as we're going through, that the one person that we know whose name we can call upon, what's His name? Jesus. Jesus. Hallelujah. We're going to call His name. Hallelujah. Put your hands together. For your name.
so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everybody take a breath. Everybody, you got a fan, just let that go. That was amazing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, as we prepare for our next musical performance, we are going to have a very wonderful speaker. But before that speaker, I did want to remind everybody to please visit GranbyRR.com and please fill out the Juneteenth survey. In about 15 minutes or so, we will be doing our drawing for every single survey entry. Every survey entry gets entered into the drawing. So everybody, please visit GranbyRR.com. Fill out the Juneteenth survey. We would love to hear your feedback. We'd love to hear how much you enjoyed this event. So everybody, please fill out that survey. All right? Coming up to the stage next, we have Mr. Deacon Art Miller. Deacon, author, radio and former television host, Vietnam-era veteran, and veteran civil rights worker. Deacon Art Miller is a retired owner and president of A. Miller Investments. Miller was ordained for the Archdiocese of Hartford in 2004. Deacon Miller was 10 years old in 1955 when his schoolmate Emmett Till, age 14, was brutally murdered in Mississippi for allegedly whistling at a white woman. He recently released his book, The Journey to Chatham, which details the historic events seen through the eyes of Emmett's friends. Deacon Miller is a certified trainer in Dr. King's nonviolence philosophy, as well as a certified special trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, Deacon Art Miller.
It's honestly a profound joy and an honor for me to be here on this afternoon, this evening. I'm a long-time activist, civil rights, not leader, but follower. And I wanted to share with you the joy and the wonder of what I'm seeing today. And I've written down a few notes. Since I'm a preacher, I know I have to stick to my notes and we'll be here for a while. But I am Catholic, so that's not going to be too long. On June 19, 1865, General Gordon Granger, an American general, arrived in Galveston, Texas. About 2 months after the Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered at Appomattox, Granger's announcement put into effect the Emancipation Proclamation, which had been issued nearly 2.5 years earlier, January 1st, 1863, by Abraham Lincoln. General Granger's mission was to spread the good news that all Americans were released from the burden of slavery, that the scourge of this sinful, foreign, and vulgar institution was no longer the law of the land, that black folk could now breathe the sweet air of freedom, and white folk were released from the bonds of vulgarity that tied this nation to its unrighteous embrace of slavery. This nation in 1776 declared that all men were created equal. June 19, 1865, that march towards that noble goal began. So we must celebrate this day. It is right and proper that we do this, for this day marks that day when the truth that started our march towards freedom. On that day, we were all freed from the shackles of slavery. All Americans, those who were enslaved and those who did the enslaving, were freed from the shackles of slavery. See, we need to embrace the truth. White folks who enjoyed and lived and gained their wealth from enslavement were themselves deeply enslaved to that horrid, terrible, extraordinarily sinful institution. So this celebration, June 19th, Juneteenth, it's not a black celebration. It's an American celebration.
That's right. All right.
I want you to know it's always dangerous when a preacher puts his remarks away. I need to tell you some truths. The first time I got arrested was 1963. I was a soon-to-be freshman at the University of Illinois. Dr. King called for all of us to make certain that we participated in the fight against segregation. In 1963, at 17 years old, I participated in one of those demonstrations in Chicago, which was considered the most segregated city in the Union. And so I participated, was put into jail. I was proud of myself, proud that I was a part of that cadre of people who stood up. And here's what I know. It is estimated that only 5% of the American population participated in any meaningful way between 1955 and 1964. 5% of the American population participated in the civil rights movement. 5% of the American population. And so what that tells us, it don't take everybody to change a country. It takes this 5% who are dedicated to the truth and allow God to do the rest. We can take that 5% and do His will. Now, if we look in this room, let us say that there are about 100 people here. That means only 5 of us would do anything. I just don't know which 5 you are. That's our call. The fact that you are here, in fact, tells us that you are concerned about the ongoing truth of what our nation is going to become. Often people will ask me, Deacon, are things better than they used to be? Well, that takes 2 things. One, you got to study where you used to be it CRT or not. That critical race theory takes the time to look at where we have been. So unless you're willing to go into that difficult moment of where we have been, we'll never know where we are. And I am going to say this. We are a whole lot better than we used to be. But we ain't supposed to be going backwards. I remember in 1955 when my friend Emmett Till was murdered. I remember the moment. I remember my brother Scream, who sat next to him in school. I remember the chair. I remember the difficulty my mother and father had telling us what it meant to be black in America. You see, most of us who grew up during the time of segregation didn't know we were black. I mean, I knew I was a little Negro boy, but I did not know what that meant in this nation. So my mother and my father had to tell us. They were confronted with this conundrum. Do we tell them what it means to be black in America to protect them? Or do we not tell them what it means to be black in America to protect them? It is that thing, and it began in that we refer to as the talk. The talk. White folk, you too need to have the talk. Every single one of us should celebrate Juneteenth because it is a celebration of freedom. The nation has finally embraced where it was never willing to go. June 19th, 1865, we began this walk towards what we are, that noble objective of freedom from every single one of us. And we're not there yet. But I believe we're going to go because you see, I live in hope. I work in hope. I reach out in the darkness with a hand of hope. And every single one of us, no matter where you've been, where you're going, or who you used to be, all of us are that light. Every single one of us. And the only time we don't know we're light if we are embracing the darkness. So reach out. Don't ever forget this day. This is only the second time this nation has celebrated Juneteenth. Or is this the third time? Tell your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, or let these children know that I was there that day when hello brother. I was there when we began this celebration. I was there, I participated, I was one of the 5%. And now here's the objective. Juneteenth don't end today. Juneteenth cannot end today. It has to be more than a momentary celebration. It has the beginning of a willingness to change who you are so that you can become who you are called to be. Today is the beginning if you are willing. Today is the beginning to recognize that all of us have to embrace the idea of every single one of us must be free. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm 77 years old. Yes, I know I look good for 77. I own a company, and my wife and I have paid over $1 million in taxes to this nation. Her father was a World War II Marine. Our son is a Marine. I served 4 years. My brother's at West Point, who served 5 years. I have done all that I could to support this nation. And yet, right now, I wear this hat for one reason. It protects me. I wear this hat because I get the respect I can't get without it. Now, I'm being real with you. And I'm not saying I'm being real with you. I'm saying I'm being real with you. Right now, in the country that I love, where I can trace my family heritage back to the 1700s, I wear this hat because it helps me to be safe. Shouldn't have to, but it's the truth. And until that day comes where I can take this off, and I can drive to Granby, Simsbury, and all those other places where there are no signs that we can see, but signs that we can read. And if you can't read the signs, then you better ask somebody.
Yes, that's right.
Amen.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.